What is up, everybody? TechChucker here, and welcome to episode 24 of This Week in Dioramas. Now, if you're not familiar with how the show operates, every week I go through Instagram looking for the coolest looking dioramas, and I showcase them right here on the show. Now, if you'd like to be showcased in a future episode, all you need to do is upload your diorama pictures to Instagram and tag them with the hashtag ThisweekInDioramas. And I do want to note to everybody, what is the deal? There have been so few comments on the videos. Don't be afraid to leave a comment. Just drop a note. Let me know that you're there, that you're watching. It gets lonely on my side when you guys don't comment. So leave a comment. Let me know that you're watching. What do you think? Etc., etc., all that jazz. So don't be afraid to leave a comment. We've got a great show lined up for you this week, but before we can do that, we need to reveal the winner of last week's fan vote. And if you don't recall who we were voting for, it was the Gears of War Dio by Shelf Gravy, the Triad Hallway by Captain Ears, the Office Dio by Ernst Creations, the Weapon X Lab by EMT Diorama, and the Warehouse Diorama by Janatsky Kolutsky. All of these were so cool, but there could only be one winner, and the winner is the Weapon X Lab by EMT Diorama, and this will put him into the Grand Champion vote at the end of the year with a chance to win a prize pack from Rhino Dioramas. Again, go to rhinodioramas.com, check them out, lots of 3D printed stuff, dioramas, all of that's good stuff, and they are providing the prize pack of 3D printed items for the winner of the Grand Champion vote. So make sure that you stick around till the end, where you will get your chance again to vote for your favorite of my top 5 of the week. I've had some people in the past ask, why are some of these absolutely amazing dioramas not showing up in my top 5? And it is because they aren't using the hashtag ThisweekInDioramas, and it just wouldn't make sense or be fair to have them be in the top 5 and then qualify for the Grand Champion vote at the end of the year if they're not really aware of the show and they're not participating. So if you want to qualify to even be in the top 5, you need to use that hashtag ThisweekInDioramas in order to qualify for that, let alone to be able to qualify to be in the Grand Champion vote. So that is why you might see some absolutely amazing dioramas never showing up in the top 5, because I just find them because I see them in my feed. They're amazing. They need to be showcased, but it's only fair that if you're using the hashtag, then you can qualify to be in these different votes. We've got a lot to go through today, so we're just going to jump right on into the show with this first one from Krusty Crew. I believe this is a first-time submission, and I really like this display. It is so cool. It is, it's just a complete display piece. It's a Naruto Konoha's Finest by Reiki. I don't know anything about these characters. I don't know anything, literally, but I do like this diorama a lot. I love how you finish this off with the little manga, I think that's how you pronounce it. I love every bit of this. I love the fact that you've cut off the window. It absolutely works. I've seen a couple other folks that do that as well, where, you know what, you don't have to finish the entire wall. Cut it off. This is just a nice little scene. Great posing on this picture. It's just such a solid piece. I love the workmanship with the detail throughout with this kind of dirt floor. Great paint on the boards. The window looks awesome. Obviously great pose with the actual figures. Just a lot of really cool stuff going on here. So awesome job to Krusty Crew. Loving all of the details. Thank you so very much for submitting this to us. One of my favorite things about dioramas is the realism that some of you can get from your projects, and this one is no exception. This is from Villa de Grace, and it's just this one picture, but this little bench with the stone wall with the brick behind it, or the stones behind it. Wow, the level of paint and sculpt work on this is so good. Just look at the little accents of green that you've got going on the board here. It kind of matches with the green algae, or not algae, but mildew that would be growing on an old wall like that. And then the little bit of greenery, oh my gosh, I just absolutely love it. So much skill. We've got more seating to come. We've got DB dioramas with this couch, handmade, custom made couch. We actually had a red couch like this when my wife and I first got married, and so it brings back memories. I think you did a great job on this. Very fun to be able to make your own props, so awesome job to DB dioramas. Next up is this diorama coming from That Guy's Customs. I believe this is a Diorama Creators Fallout Build Challenge. There might be one or two more in this show showcasing some of the work that they've done, but this one is really good. I think you did an amazing job with all of the details on this thing. It looks so good. The thing that I love the most is on these tin sheets is you've got like some sort of weird dirt-like stuff on them. So it's as though they found these in, buried in some mud and just slapped it together into this little hut like thing. And the detail on here is so good. You can see a little bit closer up. That is so cool. You must have used corrugated cardboard to get this look, and I think you did a great job with this. Throwing little props in here to make it look like this is someone's makeshift shelter. Awesome job. I hope you do really well in the contest. Obviously, I hope everybody does well in that contest. Go check out the Diorama Creators Facebook group. They do lots of little contests and whatnot like this, so check them out on Facebook and follow them on Instagram. Here is another pretty awesome looking display coming from Laz Dioramas and Collectibles. This is another one of those Fallout challenges. This is awesome. Look at how cool this is. There's so much to it. You've got this crane up here and just an old broken down building in the middle to kind of create that centerpiece, but then you've got a couple of side buildings next to it, Spawn Alley, etc. This is an awesome piece. Look at the paintwork on this sidewalk though. So many different little paint tones. That is so cool. I absolutely love it. And you know what? The thing that I didn't notice before, you painted the edge of the curb red, which, we don't always see, but that is something that you see throughout, the country is, different areas that are blocked off with either yellow or red to show you can't park there or whatever. I love that. I love that little extra detail. So great job on this. I hope you do very well in the challenge. Like I said with the other contestant, this is going to be tough for people to choose. So awesome job. I love it. So much detail. Look at that. That is so cool. Next up is this display coming from NN Brothers 1977. One picture here. It's a Nature 160 Diorama Nature 1/64th scale, so matchbox scale. I dig it a lot. The road, the actual pavement looks so realistic with one of those old country roads where it's just kind of falling apart. You can see right along the edge here. It's just kind of nasty looking, and that's the way that those roads actually look. No center line anymore. They don't even bother with that. I really love this. It's just so cool. I love all of the little greenery detail. What an awesome job you did. Next up is another one of those TV displays from Thane Mike. It's a 19-inch TV for Alien and Predator. Let's go ahead and watch this video. Lots of great detail. Amazing work. I think you did so good. Look at that. All the paint detail throughout here. There's a little bit of greenery in there. Wow. This is super cool. He did another one before of a hollowed out TV that he's putting these displays in. Wow, this is absolutely amazing. Great idea. Love the creativity. So yeah, go check him out. Thane Mike. Next up is this display coming from EMT Diorama. This is an endgame diorama, and I absolutely love this display. There's so much going on. It looks so complex, and that's what I absolutely love about it. I'm assuming you meant this. I think you did. You've got an A for the Avengers. You must have, because you've got the little arrow right in there. Wow. Attention to detail. Absolutely love it. This is so cool. Your paintwork looks really good. The little tones that you've got throughout on here. You've got some rebar sticking out of there. Awesome job. I absolutely love it. And then with the figures in there as well, this is gonna look so good on someone's, you know, Detolf or wherever. I'm assuming you're gonna sell this. Maybe you're gonna keep it, I don't know, but somebody should DM you and make you an offer that you can't refuse, because this is so good. Next up is this one coming from Thalwegshire. We've displayed a few of theirs in the past, and this one is also really cool. This is just kind of part of his, what I believe to be in his garage. He's put some Christmas lights on this display. It's the, what is that, Hotel California. It is, I think, a pretty good sized piece, and I just really like it. I think it is super fun. It goes along with the rest of his train motif that he's got going on in there. Lots of fun details, little people in the actual hotel on the different levels. Wow, what a cool display piece. This next one is absolutely epic. It's from Necros Mango. No, I said that wrong. Necros Magos. Okay, I can't talk. Okay, we won't keep trying. But I DM, no, I didn't DM him. Just left a comment asking if he made all of this by hand, and he did. This is absolutely amazing. It's for the Warhammer wargaming stuff. This is absolutely amazing work. The level of detail on here is so amazing. I love this little graveyard. All of these are fresh graves, you can see. Oh my gosh, that tree is so sick. Look at this. This is like copper for the roof, and then the door also has like a copper, and it's weathered. Wow. This is absolutely breathtaking. The level of detail on this, your paint, the sculpt, all of it is so good. Holy crap. I don't think I've ever seen one of these wargaming displays as detailed as this. Your rocks are painted so realistic. Look at that little bit of pink in there. Oh, this is so cool. And then you've got a little casket type of, I forget what that's called. I mean, it's a casket, but oh my gosh, amazing, amazing work. Absolutely love it. This next one is another one of those that has just the level of realism is so amazing. Small piece, but it's just chock full of detail. This is from Modelismo Fantasy. It's a fountain 1/22 scale with just made out of foam. And look at the paintwork on this. There's so many little paint variations throughout these stones. And down here you've got what looks to be really just a nasty like conglomeration of probably like calcium deposits and all of that kind of goes with all of these little water effects that you see out in the real world if they're not taken care of. And then we've got some closer up. Look at that water effect. That is amazing with that. Holy crap. I would love to know. I mean, the resin, I've seen videos on how to do the resin just as like a standing pool. I love how you've got the little bubbles on the edge, but how do you do this where you get this one stream? That I'd love to know. If you are willing to share that in the comments, let us know how you do that, because it is looking so good. Next is this one coming from, again, That Guy's Customs. This is, I believe, a Dr. Doom throne. It's for his brother across the pond, Gangwifer? I'm sorry. Anyway, we're here to talk about the diorama, not my ability to pronounce things. This thing looks really good. I love it. I especially love the little banners that you've got hanging down here. The tone or the colors that you've got with the reds looking awesome. I assume you hand carved this eagle-like thing. I think you did a great job on this. It is really going to sit well on a shelf with a Dr. Doom, and now that we know that we're getting a new Marvel Legends Dr. Doom, maybe he'll sit on this throne very, very soon. But I think the workmanship on this is really good, especially the stone down here. The steps look really good. So awesome job to That Guy's Customs. I think you did a great job. Love that kind of gold look that you've got here. Wondering if this is something, these little accent pieces, if you found those at a hobby store or if you actually carved those yourself. I would have to buy those because I don't have the skill. Next up is this piece coming from Alex Badass Workshop, and I really like all of what you've got going on here with all of the props. This looks super cool. All the papers and all that on this table or set of tables looks really cool. This actually kind of reminds me of a swap meet or whatever. I don't think that's what it is, but it still looks really cool. I love the posters that you've got on the walls, the little board like thing here that's actually like a 2x4 or whatever, and the panels. Such clean work. I really like what you've done here. It looks so good. Yeah, this is awesome. Let's go through some more of these pictures because it's different dioramas all in one post, and I really love it. I love all of the props. It just makes this picture work so much. So awesome job. Let's go through them all here. Not sure what that thing is. Whatever it is, it looks cool. But yeah, lots of really amazing diorama pieces. So go check out Alex Badass Workshop. Looks like he does quite a bit of really awesome stuff. Here's a Mortal Kombat display from Virtual Wonder. We got a lot of submissions from you, and I'm only gonna be able to go through 1 or 2 of them this week. So make sure that if I miss any really good ones that you tag them again so that they show up at the top of the list, because I just won't be able to scroll through and look at everything again. But looking at this one, Scorpion versus Sub-Zero round 1, this display is really cool. These are the new McFarlane toys of the Mortal Kombat series, and I think this diorama really fits them very well. I like what you've got going with the yin and yang and the little skulls there. This looks really cool, and that little backdrop with the red, that really looks good. And I'm wondering, did you paint that? It looks like you might have painted that. So awesome job. That's really cool if you did. Love the little columns, and then the stone up at the top does a great job for these pictures. Yeah, look at the paint on the ground there. That looks great. Awesome job. Next is coming from Ramel1014, and this is a really cool display. I like all of the little props that you've got going with the, the blocks of concrete that have fallen down, the bricks, this is like a little girder type thing. That looks really cool. Looks like you did a just a bunch of scrap foam, and as we create these dioramas, we have all this scrap foam laying around. Don't throw it out. If you're a beginner, don't throw that stuff out. Even some of the really small pieces that you're like, I'm never gonna need that. Put it in a bag or a little bucket or something, hang on to it, because then you can make all these cool little props that can really add to a diorama, and that is what Ramel has done. Love the graffiti on the back. It's simple, but it really does the trick. I like it. These little crates look great with the paint. Very, very cool. Great work on this. Let's see if we can see some more. I almost thought that this little A, B alphabet thing was part of it. It's not. Anyway, I really like this. It's a great display piece. Again, like I said, an awesome job, awesome way of using up all of those extra pieces, and it makes for a great display, be it 1, 2, 3, 4 characters, whatever you want to do. So awesome job to Ramel1014. Godzilla! Another one from Virtual Wonder. This is a really cool picture. I absolutely love it. I love Godzilla. I wish the NECA Godzilla figures were a little bit more posable than they are, but I'm getting off subject here. This piece from Virtual Wonder, he made, I believe, the buildings in the back. Some of these front ones are kit-like buildings, but he gave them a better paint job, which is super cool. I really dig it. I love the little bit of smoke that you've got coming up here. Really cool picture. I love it. This is why we make the dioramas, so we can make these cool pictures. So awesome job to Virtual Wonder. Again, thank you for submitting. This next one is coming from Sage JDG, and this is again for the Diorama Creators Fallout Challenge. This is an awesome piece. The paint is where this thing really steps it up. Look at all of the detail that you've got throughout all of this piece. The paintwork is the showcase here. I mean, yes, the sculpt is also great, but I absolutely love the paint. So much detail. There's like a rust like look here, and then it almost looks like it was burned. And because this is what happens when something gets burned, it changes colors because of the level of heat. So awesome job with this. It's so cool. Just as an overall solid piece. I love the little pile of dirt that you've got here, some little bits of debris, but still plenty of room to pose up your action figures. So awesome piece. This next one is coming from Kraken's Customs, and I really like this piece. The two pieces of it that I like the most are the stained glass windows and the wood floor. I think you did a great job with both of those. I especially love the stained glass window. I think you nailed it. You really nailed it. And I'm wondering if you just painted with translucent paint or if it's just regular paint. Either way, it looks super cool with the glow. Really actually looks like stained glass window. So I really love it. And then your wood floor, the detail on it is really looking cool. And then your stonework is also looking really nice. Next up is a progression picture or set of pictures from Oak Hill Studios to show the weathering of this airplane. Starting here, then he threw on kind of a base coat, and then he started weathering it and putting some rust on there, and then the final. And I really like these work in progress progression pictures to show where they started and where they ended. It just looks so cool to be able to see the end product, especially when it's in pretty much the same exact position. That's super cool. But the paintwork is really good. I think you did a great job. It's almost like we got a time lapse of the plane getting weathered over time. But anyway, great job to Oak Hill Studios. Here's a work in progress coming from Styrosmith Dio Arts. I've seen some of these works in progress coming from you for a little while, and this time I really wanted to show this because it's really starting to come together. This is a really cool looking piece. I don't know what all of this says because it's in German, I believe, but nonetheless, I think the progress on this work is really coming along. He does all of these bricks individually and then glues them up, which is what gives it that really cool look. I love how you indent these even further and you pull them out further than they normally would. It gives it that really, just accentuated look, kind of a big contrast that we don't usually see, but it really works with this style. And I love the light that you've got in there with the water effect down there. So I can't wait to see this with some paint on it. You always do such great work, so I can't wait to see the final product. Next is this one coming from Z Custom C. It's a kind of a back warehouse loading dock sort of display piece. And the one thing that I noticed was very different from a lot of them is you finished it off with kind of a piece of the roof, which I really like that. It really finishes this off, makes it look like it's a complete product, which I think is great to see. I love the little conduit that you've got here. The only question that I have is this conduit at the top looks like it's a gutter, and then it would be going down into the power box. So that's the only question that I have about that, is kind of the logistics of it. But in the end, we've seen some, in real life, you see some pretty weird workmanship. So I wouldn't be too concerned about that. It just looks like it might be a gutter is all. Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. I do like this a lot. I think your paintwork is looking very, very nice, especially around here with your mortar and whatnot. I love the power box and the signs on here. Really, really cool looking. So awesome job to Z Custom C. Next is this one coming from the Beyond 1138. Believe we've seen work from you in the past, and this one really steps it up. It is so nice. I love the paintwork on this brick. It looks so good. You did an amazing job with this. Just look at the tonality of the colors that you've got on here, and then with the mortar, this really looks good. And then your concrete looks like concrete. Wow, amazing job. And I love this little billboard sort of thing there. That looks awesome. And then all of the little posters that are slapped up on here. This is an excellent piece. It's, again, one of those pieces that just looks complete. It looks like something that you could go to the store and buy. And, it just, wow. The paintwork on here Loving these little accented bits of color there. So awesome job. I love it a lot. That looks really good with the thing. Here's a work in progress pic. Next up, coming from Time Capsule Scratch Builder, this is a little, gosh, I wonder what this is from. So 1/43rd scale platform lamp diorama. It's in their Etsy store, so if this is something that you're interested in, go hit them up. Etsy store listings. Okay, so we're not gonna get through too much of it, but I like this little luggage that you've got in here. The uniqueness of having the little display bulb sort of thing covering it, and this is again one of those pieces. It is complete. It doesn't look like it needs anything else added to it. It's just a fun little piece. So awesome job on the workmanship. Look at that detail on those pieces of luggage. It is so amazing. Your paintwork, yeah, it's wow. This is so cool, and at this scale, it's such small, intricate work. It's almost like this could be a tree ornament. I wonder if it'd be too heavy to hang on a tree, but either way, it's really cool. Got an actual functioning light. Dang, that is super cool. Next is this one coming from Vasco Toys. Again, thank you so much for all of the support and submitting all of your dioramas. This one is again for the Diorama Creators Fallout Challenge, and we've got the Punisher here. He's knocked down the door. We got some knocked over chair and whatnot on this. Really digging this. It looks super cool. You got all these little pock marks throughout to kind of show that he's been in battle, taking on everybody basically. So awesome job. I love the sculpt work. It looks really cool. This is a pretty good sized display. So go check out Vasco Toys. Does lots of work, submits a lot of dioramas, and they're always super cool and they're always very unique. Take a look at this one. It is from Mighty Kane. I really dig this one. There's a lot going on with it. We've just got the one picture, but let's see. Been asked to show a daylight shot of their NECA alien dio. Yes, this is amazing. Look at all the detail on here. I hadn't noticed all of this going on over here. I don't know what this is meant to be. If it's essentially like, I don't even know, but what it is cool. That's what I do know. All these details are amazing, and your paintwork on this is so good. Absolutely love it. It looks like there is a hole burned into the wall here, probably from some what is it, the alien spit or whatever. I don't remember. But yeah, this is such a great piece. I love all the details. It's so good. Coming in from Johnny Simpleton, this one really looks realistic. His work is always just so amazing, and this one is no different. Let's see, progress with the interior of the tool woodshed. Look at all the detail on this wood. It is weathered so perfectly. And then look at that paint can. We literally, growing up on the farm, we had paint cans that looked exactly like that. This is ridiculous how realistic this is. We got a chain that looks, oh my gosh, what is the deal? How do you get these kinds of skills? This is crazy. Absolutely love this. It is, wow, look at that stonework. Really looks like old stone, like there might have been a furnace here at one point or something where it's black. Maybe I'm wrong on that, but whatever it was, this is so cool. You've got a floorboard that's sticking up a little. Oh, holy crap. This is so amazing. There's just so many details throughout this thing. Could literally be used as a miniature prop for a movie, and I doubt that you would know that this is, just a miniature. Okay, so next up is this one coming from Reiki Krusty. Maybe I got that right. And I've seen this Krusty crew from several posts recently. Somebody let me in on what is this Krusty crew. I'll have to go do a little bit of exploring to find out what that is. But while we wait to find out what that is, this picture is super cool. I don't know, it's just really cool. I like all these little miniatures with the cars and whatnot. This little Mini Cooper, I think it's a Mini Cooper, looks very, very realistic, and then you've got the little house behind it. What a cool little detail that I think is super awesome. And then it looks like it's wrapped in, again, that kind of comic book art along the edges, which I think is really cool. I really like that sort of edging to kind of complete that. So awesome job to Reiki Krusty. Somebody, again, let me know, who is this Krusty crew and can I join? Do I want to join? I don't know. Up next is this one coming from Diorama 1.18. This is another one of those displays. I really like it. I think it looks really cool. I assume it's 1/18th scale maybe. But I really like your electric box back there. The brickwork is looking really nice. And then these barrels with the kind of rust that you've got on here. And the thing that is cool is the rust, it's going to drip down. It's going to kind of collect up here, and then you're going to get more rust along these edges because it's going to kind of, you know, collect up and well up and whatnot. So I like that attention to detail that you threw in there. And here's another one coming from 1/10 World. It's a 1950s Chevy barn find. It's 1/10 scale as always. And I want you to focus on the paintwork on this car. That weathering with, holy crap. That is so amazing. I love it. Love this paintwork so much. And then you've got all of the little props and diorama piece in the background. This is so realistic looking. I just absolutely love it. But the paintwork is so on point with this thing. This next one coming from Fernando Rojas is a New York City door with some graffiti. It's a tattoo studio. And wow, this is phenomenal looking. The paintwork on here, your brickwork, it looks so realistic. Love the little gutter type of pipe that's coming down. Just the paintwork, all of it looks so good. Again, this is another one of those displays. Don't be afraid, you guys, to cut stuff off. So we've got the graffiti here. We have no idea what that necessarily is going to say. We just see an S and then something, and it cuts off, but it really works. And then the lighting that you've got here, my gosh, this is just a great piece. It looks so real. Speaking of real, we've got this one from Yashiro Akugawa, I don't know how to pronounce it, so I apologize for that. But this thing is absolutely amazing. Wow, that's all I can say is just wow. This is absolutely amazing. I'm assuming that this is all handmade. I don't know anything about it, but I do know that I love it. The paintwork on here, amazing. I love the dirt. It looks realistic. Just everything about this is absolutely phenomenal and so detailed. Everything looks so good. With the paint chipping off on the boards, holy crap, this is absolutely amazing. And we're not done with the absolutely amazing. Here's Cheng Hank. We've showcased him once, maybe twice before. This is a moon landing. A little conspiracy theory going on here because it is a movie set with a whole bunch of lights. That is absolutely amazing. Let's get in a little closer. Take a look at that. This is so cool. Holy crap, I absolutely love it. Look how tiny this stuff is. Oh, wow. Absolutely breathtaking, the realism that you've got going on here. Wow, so cool. I absolutely love it. It's just wow, this is absolutely next level. Look at that, Studio 3. Holy crap, that is so cool. And then last but not least, coming from Rhino Dioramas, is this 3D printed piece. It is Death Star console. It's a 3D printable piece that you can purchase the plans for. My guess is he'll print them off for you as well if you don't have a 3D printer. But hit up Rhino Dioramas. These sorts of things are so cool that you can add to your dioramas and just, you know, just create more realism to it. And so Also, make sure that you are using the hashtag #ThisweekInDioramas if you want to qualify to be in the top 5 for each episode, to then qualify, if you do win that episode, to be in the Grand Champion. You have to use the hashtag to qualify. So you may be wondering, if you've been watching, I've seen some amazing dioramas that don't make it into the top 5. Well, it's because they haven't used the hashtag. And if they're gonna win and wind up winning the Grand Champion, I need to know that they're aware of the show, so that I'm not just randomly sending them saying, hey, you just won a prize pack, and they don't even know. One, I don't think that's fair to everybody that is participating, but it's also not really all that wise, because then we might have to do a revote if they are either under 21 or 18 or whatever it is. So that is one of the main reasons why you need to use that hashtag #ThisweekInDioramas to qualify to even be in the top 5. And speaking of the top 5, let's go ahead and reveal my top 5 of the week, and you'll get your chance to vote for your favorite on the community tab on my YouTube channel right after the show. And my top 5 are the Avengers Endgame Dio by EMT Dioramas, the Naruto Display by Krusty Crew, the Tool Shed by Johnny Simpleton, the Cemetery by Necros Magos, and the Ace Garage by Laz Dioramas and Collectibles. Remember to go to that community tab right now and vote for your favorite, and the winner will be revealed next week and will be entered into the Grand Champion vote at the end of the year, where they will get an opportunity to win that 3D printed prize pack from Rhino Dioramas. Alrighty, there you have it, folks. I hope you enjoyed this episode of This Week in Dioramas. If you did, make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, hit the bell notification so you find out about the next episode. Go out and share this video. Let's grow this show as much as we possibly can. And even more importantly, go upload your diorama projects and tag them with the This Week in Dioramas hashtag so I can find them. And I will see you next week.